All right, this is a reminder of something we did a while ago, which is we made a density column using different liquids. And you'll remember that the liquid on the bottom sank because it was more dense than the liquid on the top. So less dense liquids float on more dense liquids. So we made a really nice column um, with different layers, and we put different things in there. And this was showing us density, right? More dense things sink on less dense things, or less dense things float on more dense things. Now, we've just learned about this interesting thing, which is that heat expands matter. Now, expansion, you'll remember, is affecting the volume. So if volume is increasing when you heat something up, then that means its density is changing as well. And if you look at this little demonstration here, you can see that something is floating, right? That red liquid that's floating is water. It is water that has been warmed up, and I put a little red food dye in there so you could see it. So that is warm water. So warm water in this case is floating. The warm water is floating because it's expanded, and it's expanded because it's been warmed up, and therefore its volume is bigger. And because the volume is bigger, its density is less than the water it's sitting in, so it's floating. And the same is true if you take a look at the blue water. The blue water, you can probably guess, is cold, and it's cold, therefore it's less, rather its volume has decreased, which means its density has increased. The particles in that blue water are more crowded together. They're more dense, so it's sinking on the room temperature water, which is in the jar. So this is just to show us that this change of volume or expansion and contraction of the liquid is visible in whether or not the thing floats or sinks. So heating, not only does it affect the volume of a substance, it actually affects the density of the substance too. So that's just sort of a extra layer that we can add on if we think back to our study of density. And I thought some people might like to think about that. The other little thing about this is we talked about density being really important, and one of the reasons density is important is in fact because of this, because this is essentially what causes all sorts of weather, is the floating and sinking of hot and cold air masses. The other thing that this is might sort of make you think about is and lava and flowing magma in the earth, and that's what causes earthquakes. It's because of some liquid that's floating and sinking inside the earth. So this idea of heating, expanding the volume and therefore decreasing the density and causing things to float and sink, turns out to be a really, really important idea, and explains a lot of things we end up seeing in nature.